student, how are you? I hope everyone is happy. God bless you and your family. I welcome everyone back to my class. Today we are going to discuss about photosynthesis and respiration in plants. First one, light is essential for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which the green plant synthesize their own food using carbon dioxide, water as raw material in the presence of the sunlight, chlorophyll. During this process, oxygen is released as a byproduct. Aim to show experimentally that light is necessary for photosynthesis. Material required a potted plant, black paper, light screen clip, alcohol, iodine solution, water bath beaker, burner, water, petrish, dropper. Theory: light is one of the requirements of for photosynthesis. When a part of the leaf is covered from the both upper and lower side with a black paper strip, light will not reach to cover parts. Hence, photosynthesis will not take place in covered part of the leaf. Procedure: select a healthy potted plant and discharge the plant by placing it in complete darkness for at least 48 hours. After 48 hours, using clip or sellotape, cover a part of the leaf of the plant from both upper and lower side with the black paper strips. Now keep the potted plant in sunlight for at least 3 to 4 hours. After 3 to 4 hours, pluck the leaf and remove black paper strips. Boil the leaf in water for about 2 minutes. Now, to decolorize the leaf, transfer the leaf from boiling water to a beaker containing ethanol and boil the leaf in a water bath. Remove the leaf from beaker and wash it in water at room temperature. Place this leaf in petri dish and add a few drops of iodine solution over the decolorized leaf. The area of the leaf that was uncovered performed photosynthesis and will have starch. Therefore, turn it blue-black with iodine solution. The covered portion of the leaf remains yellow as it does not perform photosynthesis. Observation: the uncovered part of the leaf turned blue-black. This confirms the presence of starch. The covered portions of the leaf remains yellow, showing that no starch synthesis occurred in their region. Result: this proves that light is necessary for the photosynthesis. Second experiment: how will you prove that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis? The following activity can prove that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. First one, take a potted plant with variegated leaves. For example, money plant. Keep the plant in a dark place for 3 days so that all the starch of leaves gets used up. Place the plant for 6 hours in sunlight. Pluck a leaf from the plant, mark the green area of the leaf and trace them on a sheet of paper. Boil the leaf first in water for a few minutes and then replace the leaf in a beaker containing alcohol. Place this beaker in a bigger beaker containing enough water. Heat till the alcohol begins to boil on a burner. Boiling of the leaf in alcohol decolorize the leaf. Place decolorized leaf in a petri dish and pour iodine solution on it. Take out the leaf and rinse off the iodine solution. Observe the color of the leaf and compare this with the tracing of the leaf done in the beginning iodine solution on it. The portion of the leaf which was previously green has turned into dark blue color while the non-green portion turns yellow. The dark blue color indicated the presence of the starch, while the yellow portion does not show any starch. This proves that only chlorophyll containing cells synthesize starch. Hence, chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Next, to move on, significance of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis helps sustain life on the earth in the following ways. It is the process by which plants make food. A part of the food is stored in the form of starch in their body. Herbivores eat plants and use a part of the food. Herbivores, for example, cow and goat, store in this plant get energy. The rest store in the herbivorous bodies and utilized by carnivores. Carnivores, for example, lion and tiger, that food on them. Thus, most organisms are dependent on photosynthesis for food. Most organisms require oxygen for respirations. The life could not have been sustained had plants not renewed or supply of oxygen through the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis also helps to maintain the level of carbon dioxide in air. Carbon dioxide is continually released into air through respiration, the breaking down of organic matter, and the burning of fuels. If this input of carbon dioxide into air were not balanced by photosynthesis, the level of carbon dioxide in air would rise. Carbon dioxide traps heat, so the more carbon dioxide there in air, the warmer the earth will become. The dropping of the heat by carbon dioxide and some other gases in the atmosphere is called greenhouse effect because greenhouse are covered with glass which drops heat, and the excessive warming of the earth is called global warming. Global warming, it is the believed has already led to excessive rainfall, melting of the ice covered in the polar region, and high mountain cyclones, etc. Next one, what is plant respiration? Let's pretend you are in gym class. Your gym teacher has asked you to run a lap around the school building as a warm-up activity. As you start to run, your body starts to metabolize or burn the sugars in your body. You start breathing heavier because your body needs to take in more oxygen in order to burn the sugars. You're breathing out carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and your body begin to sweat. Plant respiration, it's a very similar. Plant respiration is the process in plant when sugar are metabolized for growth, repair, and reproduction. This sugar are gained from photosynthesis. The process occurring during the daytime and nighttime. It involves taking oxygen and releasing it as carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So while the photosynthesis, the taking in of carbon dioxide and the releasing of oxygen, plant respiration is the opposite, the taking in of oxygen and the releasing of carbon dioxide. So if plant release both carbon dioxide and oxygen, Why do we only take aboard the oxygen, the release that we breathe? Well, overall plant release a much greater amount of oxygen during photosynthesis than carbon dioxide during plant respiration. You have learned previously that a plant exchange gases with the atmosphere through the stomata, which are present mostly on their leaves. They also exchange gases through the pore on their stem, root, tubers, and fruits. These pores, called lentils, are clearly visible on apple, pears, and potato. Next, types of respiration. Respiration divided in two types: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. First, we are going to discuss about aerobic respiration. As in the case of animals, plants need oxygen to break down food for the release of energy. The process known as aerobic respiration. The process of aerobic respiration in plant, it's basically the same as in animals. Some part of the plant can carry out a respiration without oxygen, which is called anaerobic respiration. Aerobic and anaerobic respiration means with oxygen or without oxygen. Anaerobic respiration result in the production of carbon dioxide, water, and a large amount of energy. Uh, Glucose plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. So, our aerobic respiration result in the production of carbon dioxide, water, and a large amount of energy. So, it occurs in all part of the plant when oxygen is available. The process of aerobic respiration in the cell start in the cytoplasm and end in the mitochondria. Already I told you types of respiration: aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic means denotes the term in the presence of oxygen, while the word anaerobic denotes the absence of oxygen. So the respiration which occur in the presence of oxygen is called as an aerobic respiration. On the other hand, respiration occurring in absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. You have all learnt about the anaerobic respiration, yeast and mold in the previous chapter. Anaerobic respiration yield alcohol in the addition to carbon dioxide energy. The amount of energy released in process, however, is much less than energy released in aerobic respiration. Equation: glucose equal to alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Anaerobic respiration occur in the root of the plants in waterlogged soil since they do not get enough oxygen. Most plants, however, cannot survive such conditions for long. Some tubers, sprouted seed, and the root of the plant that grow in the wetland can tolerate the lack of oxygen for a prolonged period of time. Next, comparison between photosynthesis and respiration. Look at the following equation: photosynthesis. What is meant by photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which green plant make food using carbon dioxide, water in the presence of the sunlight. The chlorophyll present in the leaves help the plant to draw the energy from sunlight and use the solar energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into food. So photosynthesis involve a series of chemical reaction, the end product of which are glucose and oxygen. So carbon dioxide plus water gives sunlight, chlorophyll, glucose plus oxygen. The glucose produced in transported to all the part of the plant body. Some of it used to in respiration. The result is stored as starch. The starch it's converted to glucose to produce energy or to cellulose, protein, or fat when needed. Aerobic respirations result in the production of carbon dioxide, water, and a large amount of energy. So, glucose plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. It Next, we are going to discuss about difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration in plants. Aerobic respiration. These types of respiration require oxygen. Aerobic means with oxygen. Anaerobic means these types of respiration can occur without oxygen. So second one, the large amount of energy it's produced. Anaerobic respiration, the amount of energy produced much less. Third one, the end product or carbon dioxide and water, already I told you. Anaerobic respiration, the end product or carbon dioxide and alcohol. Next tabular column, difference between photosynthesis and respiration. So photosynthesis, energy is used to manufacture food in this process. Respiration, food is broken down to liberated energy in this process. Photosynthesis, light is required. Respiration, light is not required. Third one, carbon dioxide, water or the raw material, while glucose and oxygen or the end product. Respiration, this process start with the glucose and oxygen and the end product or carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis occurs only in the cells of parts that containing chlorophyll. Green part means leaves. Respiration occurs in all cell of the plants. Next, the site of this process is the chloroplast. This is site of the process or the cytoplasm and the mitochondria. Photosynthesis occurs only during the daytime. Respiration occurs day and night time. Today I give 10 hard words. First one, herbivorous, carbon dioxide, greenhouse effect, global warming, lentils, aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration, glucose, alcohol, significance. Today biology assignment, answer in detail, learn question answer. Thank you.